What's up, Geminites? It's your boy Gem Mint back at you with another omnibus haul. I kind of made some rookie mistakes on this haul, but it's going to benefit you guys, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so a pretty good amount of books here, but I kind of made a mistake on ordering a couple of these, and we'll talk about that when I get to them. First of all, I got the Venom War of the Realms trade paperback. This collects issues 13 through 15, which bridges the gap from the Donny Cates trade paperbacks until where I'm at with the single issues. So I know that I wasn't required reading, and I might get a little bit lost because I haven't read War of the Realms, but we'll take a look at the Venom tie-ins and just kind of make sure that we're all caught up with this current run. Although it's the Donny Cates Venom run, this was written by Colin Bunn. Alright, so taking a quick look at the Venom War of the Realms trade by Colin Bunn. I definitely like the artwork on the cover here. Don't have the white spine. They went with like a kind of a themed looking spine with the red there. Very cool. Got my boy Doppelganger back there. Always nice to see him make an appearance. $16 on the cover. Oh, it also collects Venom, Web of Venom, Cult of Carnage 1. And Venom 13 through 15. We have Cult of Carnage collected in Carnage Unleashed trade paperback that just came out. It's pretty weird. Alright, cool. That Venom looks cool. Almost like Venom Space Knight mixed with the current Venom. Guys, should I be picking up the War of the Realms hardcover? I mean, I don't know if that was a good read. I haven't really heard good things about it. Although it was Jason Aaron, right? So he's pretty good. Yeah, Venom looks pretty cool, actually. This looks like it'll be just a quick read to knock out. Next up, Oblivion Song Volume 3 from Image. I actually ended up binging Volume 1 just the other night, and I really like Oblivion Song. I didn't realize I don't even have Volume 2, so I ordered it off Amazon Prime. It might even be in the mail right now, but I was too lazy to go check. Another Robert Kirkman book, kind of post-apocalyptic, but instead of zombies, instead of demonic possession, it's dealing with like alternate dimensions, and it's a pretty cool book. I really enjoy the artwork, and it's very fluid reading. This collects issues 13 through 18. I'll probably knock this out right after I knock out Volume 2, because I want to start picking up single issues of this. I'm kind of hesitant to even look at this, man. I don't want to spoil myself, but I definitely like this universe that Kirkman created. It's fun. Although the characters I haven't really been attached to yet. I mean, you have what? Ed is the brother that's in the alternate dimension. And what is Nathan is our main character, I believe. A lot of artwork telling the story. I like that when it's not super dialogue heavy. I look 3 years later. See, I'm already spoiling myself. But the premise is basically like a large section of, I think they're in Philadelphia, all of a sudden, they call it the transference. It was replaced with a alternate dimension of that same area, and then that city was transferred over there. So basically you have this kind of like weird bio kind of wasteland, and this was teased at the end of the first volume, where people are stranded and have kind of set up camp there, and I don't know, it's just cool. So they're able to go back and forth. They're trying to bring people back, but people don't want to come back. I don't know if I'm making sense, but it's a good read. I recommend this book. I like Oblivion Song. Next up, we got Spider-Man, The Many Hosts of Carnage. This is the first book that I messed up when I ordered this. I'm such a sucker for these kind of oversized like trade paperbacks, especially, you know, 90s Spider-Man stuff. And this collects kind of random issues where other people have been bonded with the Carnage symbiote. So I say I messed up because I believe a lot of this stuff I have collected in other formats. It collects stuff like Amazing Spider-Man 361, First Appearance of Carnage, which I have reprinted in multiple formats. It has 410 and 431, which is the Spider Carnage stuff. And I thought that I didn't have that, but now I'm thinking it's in that Ben Reilly Spider-Man Omnibus. Spectacular Spider-Man 233, Carnage number 3, which is in the Carnage Omnibus, Carnage USA 1 through 5, which I believe is also in there. Superior Carnage 3 through 5, which might be as well. Annual 1 from Carnage and Amazing Spider-Man 798 through 800, which that is probably the only stuff I don't have collected, but it looks like Red Goblin stuff, so yes, actually I had the OHC. This might end up being a giveaway book, but I still picked it up anyway. Alright, they got me with that ASM 361 kind of updated modern look on the cover. Bagley art. Here's the spine. Many hosts of Hoggith is what it reminds me of. Here's the back here. I do like this format, these thicker trades. So, you know, you get the tees from 360. Or is that 361? They usually give you the end of 360, yeah, and then they give you 361. You know, they never really talk about 360 being the first cameo of Carnage. So they give you Carnage, then you get the Ben Reilly new Spider-Man, Sensational Spider-Man vs. Carnage, and he becomes Spider-Carnage. And Web of Carnage was a 4-part series. Then it jumps over to that Clayton Crane stuff, which is definitely all collected in the Carnage Omnibus. Superior Carnage. And then this is probably the Red Goblin stuff, yeah, see? Yeah, this is the one that, well, I messed up on a couple of buys on this haul, man. What are you going to do? Alright, so the one and only omnibus of this haul is Batman Eternal, which it's always cool to get a new Batman omnibus, especially from the New 52. And it's still insane that we don't have the Batman New 52 run by Snyder and Capullo. I mean, it's been solicited, but only volume 1. Like, we really need all those 52 issues in omnibus format. I've never read Batman Eternal. It was a weekly issue that was coming out during that time. It's written by Scott Snyder as well, though. Jason Fabouk, he's a great artist. So this had a $125 price tag on it. Collect the entire run, 52 issues, plus Batman 28 from the run I mentioned before. So always nice to get a new Batman book. Alright, the reason you're all here, the Batman Eternal Omnibus, Scott Snyder, James Tynion the fourth. I think he did the Deathstroke stuff, right? He's an artist and a writer. Here goes the spine. Not the thickest book out of the DC library, and it has really good binding. I really enjoyed stretching the spine on this one. You got Commissioner Gordon on the wrong side of the law. Say it ain't so, brother. Inside of the dust jacket here. Wraparound cover, looking pretty cool. Looks like you have some Suicide Squad members, a lot of the Bat family. Your boy Jem Gordon. The covers are pretty tight, but the binding was good. I wonder how they were able to fit 53 issues in this omnibus. And you're telling me that they couldn't do that for the Batman Snyder and Capullo run? They had to make a volume 1? Come on now. Come on, son. I'll have to read this and do a review, man. Let me know if you guys want to see the review of this one. Alright, Umbrella Academy Library Edition Volume 1 by Gerard Way. I have the trade paperbacks of this, so I'll probably give those away in like a gem crate or something. But I really enjoyed the Netflix show, and I'm glad that they reprinted this. I think Volume 2 has been solicited already. I definitely would like to read this and, you know, revisit that world. $40 on the cover price here, and it collects issues 1 through 6, Apocalypse Suite. So that might be the same material as the trade, actually. All right, Umbrella Academy. It's a nice book. It's the same size as an Absolute, all black. Gerard Way. What is he from? My Chemical Romance, I think. Very cool. That's how the walls of Subway used to look. Remember that? Back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Now, what I've heard is that the show was way better than the book, which is like usually the opposite of things, right? But the show was really cool. Nice oversized artwork, though. Like I said, I have the first 2 volumes of the trades, and I ended up never getting around to reading them. The third volume comes out this week. Alright, last up, this was also something that I pulled the trigger too fast on. I saw an X-Men hardcover. I thought it was a regular OHC. I didn't even look at what it contained. This is X-Men by Roy Thomas and Neil Adams, and this is like an oversized book, which is cool, and the artwork is really big and looks great, but it reprints material that I already have collected in the Silver Age Omnibus Volume 2. This collects X-Men 56 through 63 and 65. And what I found kind of odd about this book is that, you know, I guess Roy Thomas and Neil Adams took over after Stan Lee and Jack Kirby were working on the title. On the back it mentions that X-Men was on the verge of cancellation, and it almost tries to praise Roy Thomas and Neil Adams for coming along and saving the X-Men, but that's definitely not what happened. Like, after issue 65, the sales were so terrible they started reprinting all the way up until issue 93, and it wasn't until Len Wein came around with Giant Size X-Men 1 and Chris Claremont taking over with all different X-Men 94 that the series got popular. So this did not save the X-Men. It was like kind of one of the reasons why it almost got canceled. So they made this huge, like, oversized book, and it's cool, but I'm probably going to use this for a gem crate or something, or give it away to the community somehow, because I already have the material and I don't really collect these styles of books. So that was my bad. I pulled the trigger too fast on this thing. Although it's nice, I just don't need it. I'm lacking on space as it is. I messed around and ordered this without really checking to see what it collects, and I got burned. But it is a very nice looking book. No dust jacket, just has artwork on the hardcover. This is bigger than an Absolute Style, and it does look really nice, you know. X-Men 56. The artwork is nice though, for real. Some Sentinel action. Sauron. So, I don't even know why they printed this though, to be honest. Oh, here goes some original panels. That's cool. Alright guys, so that's the haul. Let me know what you think about these books in the comments below. Make sure to hit that like on the way out, and subscribe to the channel for more daily content, which includes hauls like this, reviews, statues, and other things. And if you have been subscribed for a while and you want to help support the channel, hit that join button next to the subscribe and become a member, where you can get early access to videos, exclusive content, and a gem badge next to your name. Thanks for checking it out. Stay minty fresh. Peace.